Hi there, welcome again to today's episode of Self-Manageable Illnesses and Their Treatments. I hope you've watched some of my videos. So today I'll be talking about thrush, vaginal thrush. I know sexual health is an area that we don't want to talk about. People are embarrassed about sexual health or about things to do with sexual health. But thrush is quite a common disease, especially in women. So I'm going to talk about it, talk about what causes thrush, what are the symptoms of thrush, how to manage vaginal thrush, and also how do you differentiate between thrush and bacterial vaginosis. I'm not talking about bacterial vaginosis today, but watch out for the future episode. But today I'll talk about vaginal thrush. So what is a vaginal thrush? Now, it is an infection in the vaginal area for women. It's an infection caused by so many different stuff, but it's a yeast. So it's a yeast called Candida albicans. It causes the itching and the white discharge you experience in vagina. And so that is what vaginal thrush is, a multiplication of Candida albicans in the vaginal area. And when that multiplies, then you get what we call thrush. Now, the point I want to make here is this. Candida albicans or yeast is part of the vaginal flora. So, in other words, every woman has a candida in their vaginal area. But what happens is that at some point, the vaginal thrush becomes a condition that is unbearable because the candida will multiply, have an environment to multiply. And why does that happen? There are so many reasons why you get candida albicans to multiply, or you get what we call thrush. It could be you were on antibiotics. You see, some people, when they take antibiotics, what the antibiotics does is to clear out all the bacteria in that area. And when it clears it out, it's like it's weeded off. So the Candida albicans has a room to multiply and to grow. And when that does, that equilibrium that was maintained before between the bacteria and the thrush, or rather the Candida albicans, because thrush is the condition, Candida albicans is the yeast that are found in the vaginal flora. So when that equilibrium between Candida albicans and the bacteria is destabilized due to antibiotics, then you get what is called vaginal thrush. Also, something else that can cause thrush to infect people is something like change in hormonal status. What do I mean by that? Now, some contraceptives contains a lot of estrogen, and estrogen can cause increase in possibility of vaginal thrush. And that is why some people, they find out that when they go on some contraceptive pills, that can increase their chances of developing vaginal thrush. Another thing that can cause increase in possibility of having vaginal thrush is pregnancy. And why is that? It's simply because when you're pregnant, your estrogen level goes up. And when your estrogen level goes up, increases in chances of the Candida albicans or the yeast in the vaginal area to grow. So that is something else that you need to keep an eye on, because that is another possibility of course having a vaginal thrush. And so, like I said, what are the symptoms? The common symptoms of vaginal thrush is itching. That's very common. There's also a discharge. Now, the discharge with vaginal thrush is merely a cord-like, or like when milk forms a cord. It's like a cord-like discharge, white discharge. But in vaginal thrush, those discharge are odorless. It doesn't have any smell. There also could be itching. Also, there could be a burning sensation when somebody has vaginal thrush. There could be also pain during sexual intercourse. That's another symptom of vaginal thrush. There's other things that can arise that could be something else but these are the common symptoms of vaginal thrush. And so how do you differentiate? Because the thing is, sometimes people have thrush and sometimes people have bacteria, what we call bacterial vaginosis or BV. How do you differentiate between thrush and bacterial vaginosis? To start with, they are both not caused by the same organism. Yeah, thrush is caused by a yeast, which is a fungus, and bacterial vaginosis is caused by a bacteria. But like I said, watch out for my video on BV. I'll deal into that one, deal into bacterial vaginosis in the future. So, but that's the major difference. Another major difference is this. Thrush, the discharge, like I mentioned, of thrush, vaginal discharge is normally white and it doesn't have a smell. But BV, the discharge is normally gray and sometimes have a fishy odor. And so that's where I'm going to start with. So this, hopefully that will help you to differentiate between vaginal thrush and bacterial vaginosis. So this is, I've mentioned all the causes, I've mentioned what happens there. How about treatment? Now, treatment of thrush it can be easy. You can walk into a pharmacy and ask for treatment. There's what we call clotrimosoles or we call them imidazoles. You've got fluconazole capsules. You also have clotrimazole pessaries. You also have clotrimazole cream. So the fluconazole capsules there's only comes in 150 milligram, which you can take orally. Also the pessary, the clotrimazole pessary, is something you insert into the vaginal area. You have an internal cream that you can also put inside the vaginal area. From experience, I would say if you want to treat vaginal thrush, go for oral capsule in addition to an internal cream. I know people use external cream to help with the itching, but the truth is that external cream is not enough to treat vaginal thrush. So a combination of internal cream as well as oral capsule, fluconazole is the one that comes to mind, can also help to treat a vaginal thrush. So now you know what you can do to treat vaginal thrush. Now, before I round up this topic, there is a word of caution, because there are certain classes of people that if they have vaginal thrush, it rings an alarm bell, a warning alarm. So who are this class of people? Now, if you are under 16 years of age, you shouldn't really be having a vaginal thrush. And if you're over 60 years of age, you shouldn't really be having a vaginal thrush. Why do I say that? What is significant about this age group? If you're under 16 or above 60, your estrogen level is not at the optimal level. Girls under 16 have low estrogen level, and women, as they get above 60, their estrogen level drops. So the chances, it doesn't mean that these people will not have thrush. It means that they should watch out. They need to consult their doctor or their pharmacist, because ordinarily their chances of developing thrush is very slim. Also, men are not really, they don't really have thrush. It doesn't mean they're not going to get it. Yeah, so if you're a man and maybe you've come in contact with somebody, maybe your partner or your girlfriend has thrush, if you have symptoms, then that should be treated. But if you have no symptoms, you don't really need any treatment. And finally, pregnant women, like I said earlier on, the chances of thrush is common in pregnant women. But if you're a pregnant woman and you develop thrush, my advice is to seek help. Go to your doctor, speak to your midwife, speak to your pharmacist, because you might need to be examined more. They might have to decide what is the best treatment for you because of the baby. And so thank you for watching today. I hope you've got some information about thrush today. Please like, share, and also comment. If you have a topic you want me to deal with, just send me an email or comment, and I will put that on the part of the topics I'm going to do in the future. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.